What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to a brand new episode of The Drop, the weekly show where I let you know the hottest games coming out across the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the PC, the Switch, whatever they might be coming out on. We will talk about them right here. Of course, this week, a pretty big week for PS4 players, with Dreams coming out from Media Molecule. On top of that, we also have the Yakuza Collection finally launching in full. Then, Darksiders Genesis is making its way from the ill-fated Google Stadia to other platforms, and we have a couple of honorable mentions as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. To kick things off this week, Dreams is an extraordinary, ever-expanding game universe from the award-winning Media Molecule, creators of Little Big Planet and Tearaway, where you can discover community-made games from around the world and learn to make your own. The latest evolution of the studio's Play, Create, Share maxim, Dreams gives you the opportunity to unleash your creativity. Bring your ideas to life with innovative, easy-to-use tools and share them with a global community. Whether you want to create games, music, paintings, animation, sculpture, movies, or anything in between, Dreams is an extraordinary digital playground where anything is possible. There are pretty much three big pillars of this game, which include dream shaping, dream surfing, and art's dream. Dream shaping: learn how to design your own games, animate, make music, and more with easy-to-follow tutorial videos, and then share or collaborate with others. Dream surfing allows you to browse through unique creations uploaded by other players, rate them, recommend them to friends, and take inspiration for your own designs. And Art's Dream allows you to embark on a full-length genre-crossing story campaign created by developer Media Molecule that showcases the immense creative potential of Dreams. This game has been in development for a painfully long time. Of course, the last game that Media Molecule made was Tearaway, or technically Tearaway Unfolded, which was the PS4 port of the original Vita game. This is nothing that we've seen before from Media Molecule, and in general, it's really something that is kind of unique in itself because it is a full-featured developer kit, essentially. It gives people the ability to build whatever they want on the PlayStation 4 and share it with a community. Now, we've seen these tools before in stuff like Little Big Planet itself, and on top of that, Super Mario Maker, and of course, many other games bake in level designers, etc. into their experiences. But Dreams is centered around that idea. Dreams hinges on that concept, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's something you should know going into it. The big question here is, how long is Dreams going to be around? Because it is coming towards the end of the PlayStation 4's life cycle, so I would assume it's going to be ported in some kind of way, shape, or form to the PlayStation 5. But I suppose we will have to wait and see. However, if you wanted to scratch your developer itch or see what the guys at Media Molecule have been working on for the past few years, Dreams is coming out of early access and into a full launch this week on the PlayStation 4. Next up, the Yakuza Collection is launching on the PlayStation 4. Now, you might be saying, Sam, I bought this game back around October. Why are we talking about it in February? Because Yakuza 5 is finally launching this week. It was kind of a staggered release time frame for all three games, and then whenever the final one comes out, there's going to be a physical launch, which is happening this week. So that's why we're talking about it yet again. However, the Yakuza Remaster Collection is far from a typical console generation port. In addition to graphical and performance upgrades, all three games have gone through a rigorous relocalization process. The English scripts for each game have been reviewed, revised, and even rewritten in some cases, and content previously cut from the Western releases of Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 have been re-added in the Yakuza Remastered Collection. Complete the Journey of the Dragon, the Yakuza Remastered Collection brings the final missing chapters in Kiryu's story to the PlayStation 4. From Yakuza 0 to Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, players can now experience the full story of the Dragon of Dojima, all on a single platform. The release marks the first time Yakuza 5 will be available in a physical format in the West, so the collection also includes a genuine Yakuza 5 PS3 case. After 5 years since the game's original release, series collectors can finally fill the gap in their library. Shockingly, I've never been a big Yakuza guy. Additionally, I'm sure somebody out there is saying, it's Yakuza! It's true, but I'm from the Deep South, so I'm going to say Yakuza. Kind of like, can you hand me Yakuza for my beer? That's the kind of situation I've got going on in my life. But regardless, the Yakuza Collection looks pretty good. Of course, this has been released over the course of the past roughly 5 or 6 months. Starting in October, another one came out in November, and then now we're getting one in February, if I remember correctly, something like that. But regardless, all of them are coming out this week in full, and you can get the Yakuza Collection on the PlayStation 4 and complete the collection in your collection. To round out today's show, we have Darksiders Genesis launching on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Switch. From the dawn of creation, the Council has maintained the balance across existence. Carrying out their orders are the Horsemen, Nephilim, powerful beings spawned from the unnatural union of angels and demons who have pledged themselves to the Council and been granted immense power. However, this power came at a tragic cost. The Horsemen were ordered to use their newfound strength to wipe out the rest of their kind. What followed was a bloody battle on Eden where the Horsemen, obeying the will of the Council, annihilated the Nephilim. Still reeling from the events on Eden, War and Strife have been given a new assignment. Lucifer, the enigmatic and deceptive demon king, has been plotting to upset the balance by granting power to master demons throughout hell. War and Strife must hunt down these masters, gather their information, and ultimately fight their way through a tangled demonic conspiracy that threatens to forever upset the balance and unravel all of creation. Darksiders Genesis is an action-adventure game that tears its way through hordes of demons, angels, and everything in between on its way to hell and back, with guns blazing and swords swinging. Genesis gives players their first look at the world of Darksiders before the events of the original game, and furthermore, it introduces the fourth and last Horseman, Strife, as well as co-op gameplay for the first time in the history of the franchise. Some features include blasting angels and demons as the gunslinging Horseman Strife, playable for the first time. Swap between the powerful swordsman War and Strife instantly in frantic single-player gameplay. Explore the epic world of Darksiders and wreak havoc with a friend in two-player cooperative mode. Experience a brand new story campaign that takes place before the OG Darksiders, exploring the origin of the Seven Seals, and grow in strength and power as you collect items, abilities, weapon enhancements, creature cores, and more. When this game was announced, it was pretty much a timed exclusive for Google Stadia, which is why we're finally seeing the launch on platforms across the world this week that people are actually playing. Gotta throw some shade where shade needs to be thrown. So regardless of that fact, I'm very excited about playing this game overall because I like the look of it. Now you might be saying, Sam, this does not look like a Darksiders game, and you would be right, but Darksiders has a strange history of changing things up for no specific reason because the games originated with a God of War kind of hack and slash style approach. Then we moved into inserting more Souls-based combat, if you will, and then now we have this top-down hack and slash, and quite frankly, I like that kind of approach because it switches things up, it keeps things fresh, and it keeps franchise fans on their toes, and also increases discoverability on the greater scale. Of course, I have a couple of honorable mentions for you. Literally a couple. The first is Metro Exodus Sam's Story, a big DLC pack that's coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the PC. Not to mention the game just launched on Steam if you did want to pick it up on Steam instead of the Epic Games Store. And of course, Dead Cells The Bad Seed DLC is also coming out on the PS4, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. Side note, started playing Dead Cells this past weekend. Very good stuff. But that rounds out today's episode of The Drop. If you enjoyed this one, drop me a like down below and let me know what games caught your eye, if anything, this week. I would love to hear your thoughts, and of course, links for everything else that I make are down below, including the podcast, which is hosted 5 days a week, and you can always follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff. But until next week, you guys have a phenomenal one. I'll talk to you soon, and peace.